It is the kind of story that makes you pause and ask if the universe has a sense of humor or if the law of karma is simply working overtime in Nigeria. If you have been following the saga of the man who once held the power of life and death over millions, the man who stood at the podium and declared that national security supersedes the rule of law, then you need to pull up a chair because the tables have turned in a way no one expected. We are talking about the former Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami. The headline you saw is not a mistake, and the irony is thick enough to cut with a knife. The man who jailed Nnamdi Kanu is now raising alarm over DSS, blocking him from seeing his lawyers. Karma strikes again. We are broadcasting these breaking updates today, Sunday, January 25th, 2026, and the news coming out of Abuja is hotter than fire. The hunter has officially become the hunted. Abubakar Malami, the man who orchestrated the rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the man who justified the detention of activists and the disobedience of court orders, is now crying out from the very same cell he used to send people to. His camp has just released a frantic statement raising the alarm that the DSS is blocking him from seeing his lawyers. Yes, you heard that right. The man once told us that the government could not release El-Zakzaky or Kanu despite court orders because of security interests is now shouting about his fundamental human rights. Just yesterday, Saturday, January 24th, Malami's close associate and media aide, Bello Mohammed Doka, issued a statement that sounded more like a desperate plea than a press release. He revealed that Malami has been in DSS custody for over 5 days and has been denied access to his legal team. This comes right after he was rearrested. Remember, Malami had just met his bail conditions, a massive 500 million naira bail granted by the court in connection to money laundering charges. He thought he was free. He stepped out of Kuje Correctional Center, breathed the fresh air for a few seconds, and boom, the DSS picked him up immediately. It was a scene straight out of a movie, and now he's facing fresh allegations bordering on terrorism financing and the discovery of an arms cache in his Kebbi residence. The statement from his aide Doka is deeply ironic. He said, and I quote, "It is deeply worrisome and a clear abuse of his constitutional rights." Do those words sound familiar? For years, lawyers screamed this exact phrase every single day during Kanu's detention. They shouted that the DSS was blocking access, that they were stripping Kanu of his rights. Back then, Malami was the AGF. Back then, the response from his office was silence or justification. Today, the shoe is on the other foot, and it seems the shoe is pinching him very hard. Doka went further to complain that the DSS is using tactics similar to the EFCC to delay justice. He claimed that even Malami's international passport, which was part of his bail condition, has not been released. He urged the DSS to be a responsible institution that upholds the rule of law. It is almost laughable, isn't it? The same institution that Malami empowered to ignore court orders is the same institution he is now begging to respect the rule of law. Now, before we continue dissecting this karmic justice, I want to ask you a serious question. Do you feel sympathy for Malami now that he is facing the same system he helped create? Or do you believe this is the justice of nature taking its course? Let me know your honest thoughts in the comments below. And if you are enjoying this breakdown, please do me a huge favor. Hit that like button. It helps the video spread so more people can see the reality of power. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please click that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We are here to give you the news as it breaks, without fear or favor. Welcome back. Let's look at the terrorism financing angle, because this is where it gets dangerous for Malami. The DSS is not just holding him for money laundering, they are holding him on suspicion of funding terrorism. Security sources are saying they found arms in his house in Birnin, Kebbi. They are linking him to the very insecurity that plagued the Northwest while he was in office. If these charges stick, Malami is looking at a long stay in the DSS guest house, exactly where he kept his enemies. This matter is generating massive public interest. Why? Because it proves that power is transient. One day you are the Attorney General deciding who goes to jail. The next day you are begging to see your lawyer and the gate is slammed in your face. As we move into the final week of January 2026, the drama is only beginning. Malami's legal team is fighting on two fronts, the EFCC for money laundering and the DSS for terrorism financing. It is a pincer movement that has completely trapped the former minister. The irony is that the tactics he's complaining about are the very hallmarks of the administration he served. He builds the house that is now collapsing on his head. So as we watch this unfold, keep your eyes on the news. Will the DSS grant him access, or will they give him the Kanu treatment? The lesson is simple. Be careful how you treat people on your way up because you might meet them on your way down.